nation. Abane nomba bekali abahema akasete. Sasa ugaro. Yeno ngabonire ko ndo matora hinda hinda. Did you expect me to be speaking English throughout?
No.
Definitely your guides must have told you that these people do not speak English. So you bear with me that I have to speak with these people, their language, and speak with you English.
Okay.
So my English is much less.
Sure.
So we are right with the pygmies. We are expected to meet more than 50 people here. But I'm not very much sure that we'll meet them all because these people have no phone calls. We don't call like we are coming. We simply come to their resettlement. An example, like when you come tomorrow, you may not find this. They may be a different group, you know? So like they keep loitering here and there. And in the due course that we shall be here, they will keep joining us slowly by slowly. So expect a big number or a less number in any way. So back a story about them. He's a chief. And he's not the chief by being like he's a boss. No, it is inheritance. From the father, the child, what, because there are some members here, he's only 72. But there are some members here who are older than him. But he's meant to be the chief of the way that took off after his father's passed away. So they were evicted from the process of 1991 to 94 from the forest. And some people, whenever we reach here, pose questions of like, why were they evicted? How do they live today? And how far they've gone with the population. They were evicted in a sense that they became greedy for hunting all animals, and gorillas inclusive. Already you may have heard stories about the gorillas. Did they tell you that the head of the gorilla family is a silverback? They did that?
Yes. Yeah.
Did they recommend you to come with walking sticks as some places are steep and slippery in the forest?
Yes.
But remember, when you get closer to the gorilla group, they will say, leave your sticks behind a bit.
Okay.
They will simply be meaning that you don't portray the image of these pygmies, which they used to show to the gorillas at the beginning. Because these logs you will be walking on as walking sticks, they look like the fighting weapon that they used before.
I got it.
So these battle people, their major hunted animals were the daika. Do you know the daika?
Yeah.
Did you go through Queen Elizabeth National Park?
Yes.
You saw those small antelopes?
Yes.
So many of them.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, the cobs and some other, very many. Most of those were their delicious meat. Have you heard of like monkeys?
Yeah. We see.
You saw some monkeys?
the
Likely the lowest monkey?
Yeah, colobus.
Calabash, all that kind of stuff were their meal.
Okay.
So majorly, they used to hunt the small animals as well. The gorilla meat was not so sweet at all. Only if you happen to test this tomorrow, though you may get harmed by the gorilla, you try fighting it, it will not run. Instead, it will also come fighting you out. So it was a process with them. Whenever they could be hunting, following this lowest monkey, the daika, the bush pigs, and all other, it could cross a gorilla group. In the due course of the process, these battle people wouldn't explain what they were doing. Instead, could end up in a fight. Through the fight, to some extent, the gorillas would harm them. You know, when you fight somebody, you don't fight to win only. Someday they could harm these people. But it was always a big advantage for these battle people to kill the gorillas faster than the gorillas killing them. Remember, these people had weapons of the bow and arrow, which were poisoned on top and having the feather behind to allow it to sweep off so fast. So they killed so many gorillas. It was their interest to fight the gorillas and finish them. Because they felt that gorillas are useless. They are meant to always fight them. So it became hard and harder for the government to habituate the gorillas, since these battle people were always making them pissed off. After every habituation that would take place in a day, they would still join and fight them, so the other process goes as useless. So there was need to bring them out and conserve the gorillas. It was very unfortunate that overall they never told them that please come out of the forest. we want to conserve the gorillas. It was just a trick they gave them that come out of the forest. In the forest you are suffering. You every day look for meat. In the communities they are free meat. You stay in caves. You know the cave? Underneath?
Yeah.
Those were their homes. Come out and join the good homes in the community. Did you see some good houses when we were coming?
Yeah.
Some good houses that we crossed. So they expect all that kind of stuff to be theirs, which was not true.
Yeah.
The Bata people, on their immediate eviction, they were about 300 people. But today, they live less than 100.
Wow.
You may wonder what's happening. The Bata people are dying out. Originally, the Bata people were herbalists. They depended very much on traditional medicine. Tomorrow, you will discover that there are some trees which grows in the forest and doesn't grow here. Most of them were their medicine. More so, every meal, the Bata people would have meat as accompaniment of every meal. Today, to have meat, you should pay some money because there is no hunting places. Still more so is that the Bata people became hungry, dying out of hunger. Like they have no places to gather fruits. They are not good at agricultural things because they were not born in that system. So those are the challenges that are bringing their number becoming more less and less. So we had misunderstandings with these Bata people. Do you think we are Bata as well?
No.
We don't look like them. We are not Bata, definitely. We are Bachiga by tribe. Bachiga. We speak the Luchiga language. These are Bata tribe. They speak the Luta language. Me being the guide, I speak their language.
Good.
And I speak actually much of their language than the younger children they have here.
Oh, wow.
Yes, because I grew up some extent closely to them. My dad was a hunter, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So could grab some of these members to my home and we had interaction like brothers. I never knew that they are Bata. But we had misunderstandings in a sense that they owned the forest. Doing their activities of hunting, we also owned the community section as our own territory. So some Bachiga wanted to extend themselves in the forest to do some hunting there. And these Bata people never wanted anybody to come to their home. So that kind of misunderstandings stayed for longer. Till today is still there. That's why most of the community people, most of my people don't speak their language. Because we have less interaction. If you look here, any house we shall visit over here must be for the Bata. We are not mixed up together. They have their own community, we have our own community. And we still much less intervene. We have no intermarriages with these people. At some extent, I'll interview him and keep explaining everything to you.
Okay.
Would be more right if he does it straight away from him to you. But you may not pick. They have to put the shoes.
Okay.
Okay? Please. Kado. What's the virus?
Njyewe sebo.
Retina gama kingi. Nawe tinye.
Njyewe sebo.
Tusenjere.
Nenya abakia bagenyi mwe kwiza natageshe kuri mu bishaka no mu matare ndi kutegerezwa ndi kubona. Ikindi ni kinabati yantika mu byo kubya shonde bitakomeresha n'yo kuyiba.
Do you think you are getting those words? He must be speaking them in his local language. Or they are he's saying, did you see him pointing somewhere there?
Yeah. Yes.
That they stayed longer in the forest. And they have ever seen the whites as well, somewhere there. By the time you used to do the gorilla tracking, maybe, these Bata people were there. But they never knew an activity that was running. They never knew that there's gorilla tracking.
No.
They could simply see you crossing somewhere and going somewhere as well. They never knew even where you're coming from. But he says it's recently that he discovered that you guys come for gorillas. He never knew anything about it. Did you see him running off something down?
Yeah. Circle.
He says in the Bwindi National Park is big. It's a big forest.
Yeah.
So to their home, they had free movements to every. Whenever one would think of hunting, would just move. Gathering fruits, go, and collecting honey would still move. But today, they live in a limited land. Not like an open area, like how it was before. This is what he was trying to mean, like they live in a small place.
Ikindi ntige ngo batiyanisha amezi imbere cyo kunesha.
He says begging culture was the bad omen in their tribe, was not recommended. because the forest was open to each and every person in the forest. Therefore, whenever one would think of meat, would go and hunt. Think of gathering, you go and gather and get your own honey, not like to beg from your fellow. And their grandparents never recommended them to beg. But due to too much lack of most of the things, they have gone to an extent of begging, which he feel working towards against the culture is what has resulted to most of their death. Because now they beg somewhere, to some extent. And at the beginning, they were not allowed to do that.
kinabona batunje ndikubatina ndawera mwihamba ngabanza kunja.
Did you see some members tying their head? Most of the members here,
Yeah.
their head tied.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
No, no.
These people, much as we live with them here, they have the inblood of the wildness. You know? Yeah, they are habituated, I can say, they no longer hunt, they no longer steal,
Yeah.
but this naturally, they are of like mode of hiding everywhere. So tying their head makes them stronger, speak in public.
Oh, I see.
So for that matter says, he loves your coming today because he knows you came because of the gorillas. But he finds himself in a mistake
Yeah.
to have killed the gorillas that brought you. But he says he never ate the gorillas and he never sold them anywhere. But even gorillas were not simple animals to him. So he apologizes to have killed so many and says he will not hunt more other gorillas any other time.
Ekindi okutemiza neza sekuna makujubisha ndikuzana makashemerwa nkashemererwa.
He simply says that he's requesting you to allow them to dance for him their local language. Hopefully you may not get the words, but maybe you simply enjoy. And whoever had a question, feel free, my friends. Please.
So, you know, they're constrained, but do they have freedom of travel, or are they just
stay
constrained
within-
by their having their habitat here?
To the government is concerned, these people are free to move anywhere, not in the forest.
Yeah, not before, so.
But some extent with us, let's cooperate with them.
Yeah.
Secondly, the language they speak, it's me and a few who can
Yeah,
speak it.
so-
So where should they go?
Yeah.
You know? And some extent we looked at like the cycle of poverty being too much in their tribe. We resorted having their children in schools. But still their children doesn't like school somewhere. Because it is always hard for the teachers in school to make them understand. And still they receive the challenges of other kids looking at them as like, these are kiddies doing what in school. You know, that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So, but they have no chance to go to the forest. But they are free to move to our community. But I told you, we had
Yep.
less interaction at the beginning. So this still remains. And you know, most of the people in town, they are not educated. And once one, you know, the problems with the education, when one is not educated, may keep anger for longer. Only us who have at least experienced different people that we are free with these guys. When I'm in my free time here, it's like I'm the pygmy, and I'm not. Because we have free interaction, friends of mine, you know. Yeah. Any other question, my friend? Feel
Is it
free.
okay to take photographs?
Yes, you're very much okay. These people, are you from America?
Yeah. All of
There are some Americans who sent photos back through my mail for them to see. So they really promised me that they've been in America. They are essential. Look at, like, when you take pictures, you must take them home. So they have seen that.
It's in America.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're free to take photos, videos, and everything.
Okay.
So do you allow them to dance for you?